guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone, but I'm coming back with some fall fire for you. So if you want to see how we did this, stay tuned. So I did a full prep on my mom, a removal, and then we gave her a coat of clear builder gel. She's got really awesome, long, strong, natural nails, so we just went with that base. But I'm taking this picture by Nailed by Cleo as inspiration, and I kind of mixed up some of the colors a little bit with what my mom was looking for. So this color is French Roast. It's from the Madam Glam The Office collection that just came out, and it is literally the perfect pumpkin-y fall shade, so really great for this time of year. So I'm just giving her pinky, index, and thumb a coat of this color. They're going to be the plain nails. In a bit, I'm just going to go into a little bit of detail on how I polish when I get to the thumb, just so you guys can get a sense of how I use this liner brush to help me sort of make sure I get my cuticle nice and clean. So here on the thumb, I am going to start in the middle with the brush from the bottle. So I start in the middle, I work my way down, get a wide coat, really use those bristles to fan out, and then I'm going to take the polish that's in the middle and I'm going to push it up towards the cuticle. So that helps me avoid flooding the cuticle, and my mom actually has very low sidewalls, so it's really easy for me to get polish on her sidewalls. So I try my best, but this technique helps me a lot. So I'll leave a little bit of space between the cuticle and the nail plate and then the sidewalls as well. And that's when I go in with the liner brush. So you'll see here in a second, I've got a little bit of polish on my thumb, on my glove, and I'm just going to use that to flow the polish that's already on the nail closer to the cuticle. This allows me to get a really clean, crisp line. Nice even application, and it also lets me get into the crevices on the sidewall without totally flooding her and ending up with tons of gel on the skin. So just a little tip for those of you who may struggle with clean polish application. This helped me a ton. Just giving all of those nails a second coat. And now I'm going to go in with Tarte from Luxa. This is the color that's going to be on my ring fingers. This is going to be the background for my tartan plaid. So I do 2 coats of this, same process as before. Light colors I definitely make sure to take my time with because they show streaks and lumps, and so you want to make sure you've got a good buffed base before you go in, and make sure you take your time to let the gel self-level a little bit for a flawless finish. Once that's cured, I am going to go onto the middle finger, and this is going to have my pumpkins. So I'm using this buttercream by Light Elegance in the color Female and Fabulous. And I'm sorry guys, my first coat was out of frame, so it already has 1 coat down, but it's just in off-white, just a background color. You don't see it very much, so I'm just throwing it on there with a round gel brush. Next, I'm going to decant some colors onto my nail art palette. So I'm taking a gel bottle ink color called Miss Gray. That's going to be my dark gray accent color. I'm going to use some of the French Roast color that is on the pinky and index finger. I'm also going to go in with a green from Luxa as well called Fur Coat. And the last color I'm going to use is another Madam Glam. So once we get all these colors down, we'll get right into the art. Start on the ring finger with the plaid nail. I'm taking gray area from Madam Glam on a liner brush. This is the Luxa number 2 liner brush, And I'm trying to thin it out just a little bit because I want it to have a bit of a shadowy effect. Looking at the inspiration photo, there was a bit of a light gray in the background, so I wanted to mimic that, get the same effect. So we're just going to thin it out with a few extra strokes and do the same thing on the opposite side. So with this plaid, it's pretty simplistic as far as the amount of lines you've got. But what I like about it is it's easy to figure out the spacing. Everything's sort of cut into quadrants or 3 sections with the orange lines and things. So it was pretty easy to follow, which I thought was really nice. Especially moving into winter time, you're going to probably want to have more tartan and more plaid options. You can do this, of course, in any color combination you want. So I'm excited to have this down and be able to use this in the future with different color combos. I'm just using a flash curing lamp to flash cure the art in between, just to make sure that I'm not clumsy and I don't fumble and bumble and mess something up here. Next, I'm going to go in with Miss Gray, the slightly darker gray color, and I'm going to put boxes where these 4 lines intersect. So those are sort of the anchors of this tartan plaid. So we're going to go in and fill in those areas, flash cure that in the lamp for a stronger cure, and then we'll come back for the next part. Now I'm going to take that same Miss Gray color on a slightly finer brush. This brush is from Johans. It's the fine lace brush, and in all honesty, it's the finest brush I own that I didn't have to trim myself. So I really like the shortness of it. It does allow me to get accurate short strokes. It's not the best for long lines, which is why I used the longer liner in some of the other sections of the video, but for this right now, it is perfect. So I'm just doing some crosshatch lines here to connect the all the gray areas. And I did just want to mention, this is slightly sped up, so I am not working this fast in real time. Obviously, I'm probably going significantly slower. This is almost at 2 times speed. So take your time, make sure that you're getting the effect that you want. If a line is out of place, wipe it off and do it over again. That's the beauty of working with gel, as you have a lot of flexibility, and if you make mistakes, like I will coming soon, I'll show you that, it's not a problem. So next we're going to go in with some thin orange lines. This again is the French roast color. And I'm just using, this brush is actually a Beetles gel polish brush. It's a little bit thinner than the Luxa brush, so I wanted to switch it out for that one. But this came in a set off of Amazon. It was really inexpensive. So I just did 3 orange lines vertically, and then I'm going to do 3 lines in the sage green from Luxa polish horizontally to finish off this plaid. Like I said, it's really simple, and it gives a really effective look as well. Okay, so here's where I made my mistake. I flipped my picture upside down to help me and ended up drawing my pumpkin the wrong way. So I just wanted to show you that the buttercream is really sturdy. I just went in with a 100 grit file or a 180 grit file and just really lightly buffed off the cured gel polish, gave it a wipe with some swipe from Young Nails, and had a perfectly fine palette to keep moving forward with my nail art. So accidents happen, just keep moving forward. So here I'm going in with the color Tart that I used on the ring finger right next to it as the base for the tall pumpkin in the back. This pumpkin, of course, is going to have the same plaid as the ring finger. So following the exact same steps, light gray, dark gray, hash marks, finishing lines, we're going to fill in this pumpkin, and then we will move on to the second pumpkin on this nail. And to finish off this cute little pumpkin, I'm going to go in with some brown accents to make the sections, give it a stem, and just really finish off the look. I feel like this brown really warms it up and completes the pumpkin with a nice outline, grounds the artwork a little bit. So the lines for the sections and the stem will also get a dark brown accent, just to give a little bit more depth and dimension, of course. So I'm going to start on pumpkin number 2. This pumpkin is going to be in the orange shade that we've been using this whole time. So I'm just going to go in, fill in that open space that I left, give that 2 coats to make sure that it's got good opacity, and then we'll finish it off with some simple brown lines. The thing that is so great about painting pumpkins is they're all different and the shapes don't have to be perfect. Some of them are short and fat, some of them are tall and skinny, some of them are lumpy and bumpy. It's really easy to get sort of a natural look to your pumpkin if they do have imperfections, so I like that. And I'm just finishing this one off with, like I said, some brown lines. So I'm going to do the same as I did up above, with a light brown, and then come in with a little bit of a darker brown for some depth. I'm trying to offset these lines a little bit so that the light brown almost looks like a shadow of the dark brown. Again, it's all in the details. This pumpkin's also going to get a little stem. And then I wanted to tie in the sage color, so I'm going to give the tall pumpkin a little leaf and just outline it and give it a little bit of line detail in the dark brown as well. If you're curious about the gloves that my mom's wearing, they're from Amazon. They're UV protective gloves. I do her nails quite frequently, so she just wants to make sure that she takes care of her skin. To finish this off, we're going to go in with Luxa's Velveteen Matte. I love this matte top coat because it is stain resistant. So for the 2 middle nails, she'll be able to just wipe them down with alcohol if anything gets on them, and she'll be good to go. You guys, thanks for watching. I hope you really loved it. Stay tuned for my next video.